Hey, second grade. This week we are going to be taking another look at narrative small moment writing. So, to get us started, I made a quick chart right over here of some of the things that we really need to think about when we are writing these small moments. And if you think back to October, September, somewhere in there, we came up with this list together as a class. So, let's take a quick peek at it. So, in a narrative small moment, we need to keep in mind that it's actually a small moment, right? You remember back to first grade, you talk about those big watermelon stories? Small moments are those little seeds that make up that big moment. So we're really trying to focus in on something small that really happened. So think not big, very tiny. If you have a trip going to Florida, that whole Florida trip is that giant watermelon. You want to pick one of those moments during that trip, and you can focus in on that. Because remember, this is only going to be a couple of pages long, about 5 pages. If you were to write that big Florida trip, that would be a lot of pages. So let's pick one moment and focus on that. In order to really think about that small moment, we need to be stretching it out. We want to be adding lots of juicy details, like a ton. We don't want to be vague at all. We want to add as much detail as possible in these stories. And the one that I'm going to be doing today, I'll show you how to do that. And we're adding all of that detail and stretching it out so we can make the reader excited. Because the whole idea behind these is you could pass this off to a friend, a family member, and they would be really excited to read it. And they'd be like really into it. And they would not want to put it down. So, like any good second grade writer, we need to start off by planning out our writing. So, I've already done that on a small piece of paper, and you can do the same thing as well. Just find a piece of paper and you can start planning out your writing. And this is what you should be doing on your first day. So, right here, I just made a small list on a scrap piece of paper. That's how I'm planning out my piece of writing. And remember, you can plan it out across your fingers. What happens first, second, third, fourth, and last in your story. Remember, each one of these fingers is a whole page that you can write about. So right here, take a look at what I did. So my whole story is about a walk. And actually, this walk happened this past Saturday. So this is a true small moment that happened. So number one, what happened was that I left my house. Number two was I was walking down the road. Number three, on the third page, I'm going to be talking about birds and distractions. I wonder about that. Number four, one word, chicken. Think about that one. And number five, how I'm wrapping up this small moment was wash hands in a brook. All right, really quickly, I'll tell you what this whole story was. So I decided to take Baxter on a walk. Baxter is a very excited dog. He loves going on his walks. And I'm going to show you in just a second what I'm going to write on my first page about leaving the house. When we're walking down the road, I can't stop this dog. He just wants to keep going, 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 and exploring all that he can explore that's on the side of the road. Birds and distractions, man, Baxter is a distracted dog. He hears a chirp, he hears a squirrel, and he wants to go get it. Number four, chicken. And I'll show you that page. I'll leave that one a little secret. And number five was washing my hands in the brook, which you'll understand in just a moment when I start writing. All right, so what I did is I took all of these topics right here about my small moment, and then I put them onto paper at the very top so that I don't forget what I'm writing about. So the first thing was left my house, walking down the road, birds and distractions, chicken, and wash hands in the brook. You can do this on regular white paper if you have it. You can do this on any paper that you have. Please use what you have, all right? But I don't want us doing this one on computers. I would like us to be actually writing for this one on using pen, pencil, on paper, please, okay? So at the top, I've got my page number, the topic. I'm going to just start writing. So I'm going to start off by maybe telling about the day. I'm going to set the setting of what the small moment was like. It was a beautiful, sunny sunny Saturday, and I wanted to take Baxter for a walk. So I've set my setting. It was a beautiful sunny Saturday, and I'm telling you what I wanted to do. So let me explain a little bit about Baxter. He was so excited to go. Period. Look at that sentence. He was so excited to go. I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't really feel juicy there. That's not really good juicy detail, is it? I haven't quite stretched it out the way I could. So let's go ahead and stretch that sentence out a little bit more. He was so excited to go. Let's turn that into a comma. He was doing backflips in the air. Now, do you think he was actually doing backflips? Probably not. It's okay to stretch it out a little bit here so that you can make your reader be really excited about it. You close your eyes and you can kind of imagine how excited a dog is if it imagines that we're doing backflips, right? If the dog's doing backflips. Was he excited? Absolutely. All right. He was doing backflips in the air. We leashed up and out we went. Baxter just about dragged me to the driveway. So, taking a look at this first page, I could have just said simply, I went for a walk on Saturday, I took Baxter, we had fun. Come on. I took this first part of my small moment and I really stretched it. I talked about the setting, what it was going to be like, a beautiful sunny Saturday. I explained how excited he was to go, and I even stretched that sentence out a little bit so that we could kind of imagine how much how much excitement is coming from Baxter. He's actually in here napping, not excited right now. And then I explained, what we did next. We leashed up, and then he just about dragged me to the driveway. Again, that's showing how excited he was, right? It goes much further than me just saying he was excited. I'm really explaining it here in my text. All right, I flipped to this page and I already started it because I don't want this video to go too long. So, it's okay in your narrative writing if you want to skip pages and just get to a part that you really want to write about. And that's exactly what I did here. I wrote my first page, I skipped the second and the third page because I really want to talk about this fourth page all about chicken. So, here it is. And again, this little moment right here within my small moment happened in the matter of seconds. But we're going to make it stretch and make it seem a lot longer than a couple of seconds. All of a sudden, I noticed Baxter dip down and grab something off the ground. It was small, white, and slimy looking. Wonder what it could be. So, we want to kind of create some excitement here for our reader. So let's start to speculate. What could it be? That's exactly what I'm going to say. What could it be? Someone's garbage? Roadkill? No! It was an old piece of chicken. It was an old piece of chicken that someone tossed out. So imagine what I was thinking at this point. He's got this big old piece of chicken, there are bones in it. I had to grab it out of his mouth as quickly as possible. So, I quickly grabbed it from his mouth and threw it as far as I could. Wow. I took this small little piece that happened in my small moment and I stretched it almost in a complete page. Where in reality, when this actually happened, it only happened in a matter of 5 seconds, right? But I really stretched it more than 5 sentences because as great second grade writers, we're able to do that. And it'll make our reader very interested and it'll just grab their attention and they'll want to keep on reading more and more. So keep this in mind while you're writing this week. Try to stretch out your moments as much as you can because your reader, I'll be one of your readers because I'll be reading all of these. Someone in your family might be reading these. Will be super interested if you can stretch them out and use those juicy details and those juicy words. Like slimy, I love that word. Except for slime, you know that. So, this week, you don't have to do this all in one day. You know, do a little bit of it at a time each day. Spend about 20 minutes a day writing, and you'll have this whole thing done by Friday. All right, come back to this video if you need any help or any guidance. All right, you got this, my second graders.